During the Sunday stream, several of you mentioned this case out of the UK of a mom who was arrested and detained by police, apparently for misgendering a person on Twitter. Now that's quite the claim, so I thought at the time, I gotta be missing something. There's gotta be more to the story than just that. And then I remember this is the UK that we're talking about, of course. So would this story be any more ridiculous than Count Dankula and the saga of his Hitlerian pug? Would it be any more ridiculous than the mayor of London flying all the way to the United States just to read mean tweets about himself?
Sadiq Khan is just a gay, muzzy terrorist.
Would it be any more ridiculous than the wave of thousands and thousands of other arrests in the UK over offensive online messages, increasing exponentially in recent years, to address the changing nature of harm, as this National Police Chief Council spokeswoman puts it? Well, of course, nobody could have foreseen the technological advancement of modern assault words. It's time for some common sense control. It's nice to see someone finally standing up to the word lobby. As reported in the Daily Mail this weekend, the story dates back a few months to the December 1st arrest of a 38-year-old woman named Kate Scotto. An arrest apparently in connection with misgendering trans activist Stephanie Hayden on Twitter. We're learning of the arrest now through Scotto's post on Mumsnet, a UK parenting forum. According to her account, police arrested her in her home with her autistic 10-year-old daughter and 20-month-old son present. She was taken to the station, photographed, had fingerprints and DNA taken, and served a court order banning her from referring to Stephanie Hayden as a man ever again. She says she was detained for several hours and interviewed before release, but still has yet to receive her confiscated computer or phone back more than 2 months later. She says this is making her master's studies difficult, but too bad. We don't want academic advancement in the UK if it means thinking for yourself. That's too high of a price to pay. I was still a little wary of this account just because our primary source here is Scotto's forum post. There might be key information not being disclosed there, but police and court records look like they confirm the claims. Asked for comment, the Hertfordshire police confirmed the arrest, saying they take all reports of malicious communication seriously. You would think if Scotto had totally misrepresented the case, they would have used this opportunity to clarify. Court papers obtained by the Mail add more detail. Scotto is accused of a, quote, campaign of targeted harassment against Hayden, allegedly motivated by Hayden's status as a transgender woman. The origin of this case is apparently a toxic debate over plans to allow people to self-identify as another gender, and in that context, Scotto tweeted defamatory messages about Hayden. She allegedly did this on 2 accounts, referring to Hayden as a man and stating Hayden is racist, xenophobic, and a crook, also mocking him as a fake lawyer. Fact check true, he did in fact attend law school, but apparently has yet to earn professional credentials. But if Hayden identifies as a lawyer, well, then he's a lawyer. It's certainly not up to me to question his credentials in that claim. He's just a lawyer born in a non-lawyer's body, but this is where the case gets a little more complicated. Hayden says the misgendering is not the reason for police involvement at all. According to a statement from Hayden issued on Tuesday, his contact with the police about Scotto had nothing to do with misgendering. Rather, it was about the publication of confidential medical and financial information. It was this unauthorized disclosure of private information, he says, led him to contact police. And that could be true. Unfortunately, we don't have more information to verify. I have not seen Scotto's original tweets, so I'm not sure what their exact content was. However, there is plenty of reason to doubt Hayden, too. This wouldn't be the first time he has sought police intervention over supposed misgendering. Last year, Hayden reported sitcom writer Graham Linehan to police for misgendering him on Twitter. Linehan was given a warning and an order from police not to contact Hayden again. In that case, the supposed private information Hayden accused Linehan of sharing was neither financial nor medical, as is alleged in this case. It was just Hayden's previous names with pictures prior to transition. Hayden has also campaigned to oust female academics who challenge transgender orthodoxy, in addition to whining for the removal of a supposedly hateful billboard in Liverpool that simply showed the dictionary definition of woman, a billboard that was in fact removed due to this outcry. But regardless of the true nature of Hayden's complaint to the authorities in this case, it's clear that the police and the courts aren't interested in this private information angle. The police and court papers discuss mean words, not privacy violations, and so best case scenario, even if Hayden did make a perfectly legitimate police report about private information breaches, you still have the problem of a UK police force that is continuously and routinely more interested in policing thought than they are in policing actual crime. This whole story and others like it come in the context of rising violent crime in the UK, with politicians hilariously blaming austerity and cuts in police budgeting. Yeah, maybe it's not resource quantity, maybe it's resource management. Maybe a little less time spent on Twitter and a little more time spent on stabbings. Maybe a little prioritization is in order. As silly as these stories are, and as fun as it can be to dunk on UK politicians sometimes, I hate watching these stories develop. I hate watching the birthplace of the philosophies that have shaped my life and shaped my country turn its back on those values and suffer as a consequence. There is nothing more important than protecting the individual's rights to speech and to self-defense. And lucky for UK cops, Twitter has its own self-defense mechanism built right in, and it's so strong that not even the armor-piercing words can penetrate it. So maybe next time you get a 911 call or a 999 call in the UK from Stephanie Hayden, say, "Ma'am, use the block button," and then hang up and take the next call from a stabbing victim instead. Thanks as always for listening and for supporting this channel. Always appreciate that thoughtful discussion down below, and especially over on Twitter, that is at ML Christiansen. You're always welcome to come hang out and chat in my live streams. Those are linked down in the description. Looking forward to it. Goodbye.